Welcome everyone to another of those episodes here, the trilogy of trying to use C 30 years later, what could possibly go wrong. And case in point, Linux kernel 5.10.12. Here the first commit. You've seen this in previous videos, and also, so honestly I will not continue with this because this is like, trying to fork or hopefully for excessive violence, not beating a dead horse. So yeah, not continuing this for years to come, just to prove a point, make a point. And I really wonder, with all those fanboys there of the C language, this is this glorified macro preprocessor for assembler, here recurring theme. I really wonder that the fanboys of the C language, of what could possibly go wrong. C is amazing, the most amazing language. We got this. Serve me this prime examples here, day after day, recurring theme here live on this channel on a silver plate. Because first commit here in this printk fixed string termination for record print text. We have here some, also Wayland manually, because maybe I had this video. Anyway, so also wrong camera because we have no hotkeys. Added string termination in record print text. However, it's used the wrong freaking base pointer for adding the null terminator. This led to the 0 byte written somewhere beyond the buffer. 30 years of developing the monolithic Linux kernel. Some say the most amazing, the most secure, the most performant, and C is the most amazing. What could possibly go wrong? Recurring theme, we had this here. I say this here for 2 years, and I say this as maintainer of a Linux distribution. If you're new to this channel, T2 source distribution, 20 years, the successor of Rock Linux, not to be mixed with Rocky Linux or just Rock, because 1775 Linux distributions. So anyway, so I say this with 20 years. Actually, I'm kind of sort of a Linux fanboy, but after 20 years in the industry, I have to say we need to do better. Recurring theme here. We can't continue to write stuff in C. At least use C++ with reasonable string and other buffer abstractions like scatter, gather, ring buffer abstraction stuff, and not this manually open-coded C code. Of course, preferably maybe Rust, although personally not the super biggest fanboy of Rust for many reasons, also previous video. But I have to certainly give them credit for being way more memory safe, with some problems in the infrastructure in terms of bootstrapping and compile time and micro dependency hell, but otherwise, we need to do better. We is a recall here, recurring call for the industry, for computer science, to put the money where the mouth is, write stuff way more secure, as seen here on weekly ransomware, cloud vulnerabilities, and everything in between, IoT and all the Wi-Fi router stuff. Anyway, another printk buffer are also obviously I tested this already, so we can obviously commit this 5.10.12. There you have it. In T2 are running this already, so tested this for you live on this channel, that tested, that booted. Actually can actually check this off. So 5.10.12 T2, because what else do we have here? Also recurring theme. So if you're interested in this stuff, we on this channel, so this was hopefully, this obviously will not be just solved. I think this will continue for decades to come in the Linux kernel, because this is just their, not only C, we got this not, and also their attitude of rewriting everything. So rewriting log buffer handling, printk handling the 10th time, and all this stuff, and each time breaking stuff and causing regressions. The recurring theme that also wastes my time and gets on my nerves. 2021 memory management stuff, fixed race in NR, number of swap pages, free swap minus 4K. It's Anyway, what I will personally do, if you're new to this channel, we otherwise do other low-level software and hardware stuff. More videos coming soon. Actually, I've tons of pre-recorded stuff that I really urgently should edit. But I will also continue. I have done low-level driver stuff, proof of concept for stuff previously never done, like Lynx 3D and PS3. RSX, I will continue with this, and also put my work where my recommendation is and continue with writing a low-level infrastructure, microkernel, firmware stuff here from scratch, because I'm sick and tired of this failing C code. You probably want to share, like, and subscribe. And if you want to see the security breaking news, then there is this More Live channel probably in that corner, where we have at least a sort of weekly security debriefing of the latest and greatest fails of the industry. Page alloc missing alloc zone log trace point. Okay, so maybe only trace point. Okay, this hit us. We patched the make file of latest bin util, so yeah, not making this stuff up. Use dark mode. It's like, yeah. By the way, how does it even look in dark mode? This is a text file. I wanted to, I'm not even sure, does this even, probably this should have this somewhere, right? Always the people triggered with. Also, this was, there were a couple of things with IO uring, sleep under spin in whatever, instead of cleaning files and overflow, return back overflow cancellation. Don't kill FA, then completion log. It's also this IO uring, the new high performance kind of sort of vectored stuff. It is, from my impression, also quite creating quite a question mark over the whole thing, or quite unsettling how much stuff they still need to fix. Because this IO uring, each time I review some changelog, I see scrolling by, so fix, skipping, disabling, SQO1 exec. What do we have here? IO fix, flush on IO exit files warning, more IO fix false positive, SQ warning on flush, and obviously more IO uring. And also, this is just the crazy thing for me, in my opinion, but, and as always, leave in the comments below what you think. But this is also crazy that after 30 years of development, this is just a long-term support stable series with minor patches or more IO uring. And given that this should be stable, and like Linux kernel is, it's not, we are not talking about a brand new from scratch kernel like mine, where this would be a recurring theme, but we are talking one of the most widely deployed server cloud IoT stuff. Certainly not desktop, because now Wayland and Xorg, but otherwise it should be a totally major code base, in that, in not between major versions, but just in the stable series, this amount of fixes is, in my opinion, rather unprecedented and crazy. And it's, in my impression is also, it's getting worse and worse, right? If I think a decade ago, my personal impression from what I worked with here and customers and contracts and projects, in my opinion, it's getting worse and worse every year. That what was sort of stable nowadays, it's like breaking on a monthly basis. RDMA stuff, media, just the usual multi-touch quirk. Yeah, but that's mostly it. Few text stuff, because why? How much? This is also changes. This is not that large. Many other, but yeah, probably highly important, because string termination in printk. Do we also have deref of course we have some, IO ring fix null deref in IO disable SQ. Oops. And obviously USB of the recurring theme, USB human interface device stuff, null pointer dereference. And certainly we have here regression, double into wireless, revert, media revert, obviously, or even slab fix memory leak. It's like, yeah, recurring. I mean, this is just, as I said, this is also why I'm certainly aware I'm repeating myself here, but they just serve me so many examples, prime examples, even Linux kernel 30 years, it's like, yeah, I'm very repeating myself. I just want to make this point clear and bring it over once and for all. And certainly where it's like beating a dead horse here. But this cannot continue. I mean, what should the future be? A future where everything is broken, everything is hacked left and right. It's, yeah, slub, memory leak, double free. It's like hilarious. Anyway, I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe we do some more stuff later on the More Live channel. As usual, leave me in the comments below what you think, and also more pre-edited videos to come. I need to get a better schedule for that, because I actually have months pre-recorded stuff, just no time to edit this. And otherwise, also the next week I have some other eBay auction stuff to come, so I expect some fine soldering and other vintage review stuff and fun. So have a good Sunday, stay healthy, and I hope to see you soon for all the next broadcast and live streams to come.